Silver 9211 coming at you with another video. This video is in response to a question from a new subscriber. Welcome on board, Chris. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to leave. The door is open. Even if you leave, you're always welcome back. I wanted to talk about the topic that you mentioned. You had a question. Very important question, actually. And a lot of people, they have never answered the questions, the hard questions. They never perceive the future. They can't perceive the past. Basically, this is a sign of ignorance. It doesn't necessarily just have to be on Dark Magician. It can be on anything. If you'll notice my videos back like 3 years ago, like somewhere around June, July of 2019, I was talking about all this before it happened, being honest. Like the ban list, where Dark Magician should be, where YCS is applicable, why you should play it. And then I turn around and prove it. Like I go look for YCS champion decks and then I beat them with Dark Magician. This isn't like a month old thing. This is 3 years ago. People are still not caught up. People still have questions. And we're gonna cover most of it in this video. Obviously, the video is gonna be helpful to thousands or millions of other people who want to take advantage and people who don't want to. It doesn't matter. So here we go. We are gonna try to go a little bit quick. If you have any further questions or comments, leave them underneath and I'll respond them. Also, I do personal one-on-one. That's what makes my channel different. I also have a Discord if anybody wants to join. Basically just a few rules in the channel. No bullying. Everything else is fine. So I have channels to explain who I am and what I do and what the channel does, but for this one, it's just going to be to answer the questions. So here we go. So welcome everybody, Silver 9211. So I was asked regarding Dark Magician, and we're going to go over some steps slowly but quickly. And here we are, the first one to answer it. Dark Magician Dragoon. So Dark Magician Dragoon, this card came out somewhere around December of 2019 to January 2020, right before COVID. Dragoon is a boss monster that if you can play it in combination with other cards, like 2 or 3 other negates, the game is won. But Dragoon by itself doesn't win anything. If people don't believe it, if you don't believe it, then go into you might want to go into Master Duel. There's a lot of people that win and are in Diamond with no Dragoon, so that's because Dragoon is not the one who wins the games. The Dark Magician deck does. Dragoon should be there to support the deck, but not necessarily to win. If people keep insisting that Dragoon's the best, what's gonna happen is what I said 3 years ago is gonna come to fruition. Just like I've been prophesying everything else, and it's become 100% true. People hate my builds always. They still do, and they always will. Because they're ignorant, they're not smart. Because the builds that I do are the future of Dark Magician. And then they have to submit to the format that I said you have to do. So 3 years ago, I warned people that that the Revs and Anaconda would be banned before the Dragoon, and then Dragoon would eventually get banned too. And then I told people that there was gonna be new support coming out, and it did. Six to 7 months later, it came out, and I came back into Dark Magician 6 or 7 months before Dark Magician became popular, before the Magical Heroes. So Dark Magician Dragoon is a good deck if you can make the Dark Magician deck strong and Dragoon there to support Dark Magician. So yeah, Dragoon is a Omni Negate double pop, and then the Dark Magician is a control deck. There could be other ways, but that's what it is. Dark Magician is a very powerful deck, always has, but people don't know how to play it. It's a misinterpret, misplayed deck that has a lot of potential. I mean, you have YCS people playing it, and I've had the YCS formats since 2019, and I've been teaching people the YCS formats. The people who follow and change, they win high ranking in YCS. Like I said, this isn't a year or two ago. No, I've been saying this since over 3 years ago. You could go back on my videos and listen, and it's the same thing. So I won't change. I have to keep saying the same thing. So the first one that after that, now that we talked a little bit about Dark Magician, a lot of those plays are in the spells and the traps they protect. If you know how to combine it, it's a good thing. And then, like I said, Dragoon, the strongest boss monster, if you play correctly. Then after that, we have the ban list. The ban list for Dark Magician, I had warned people for about 3 years of this, and everything has been 100% accurate. Everything I say, even my market value is 100% accuracy. That's why I make all the money. That's why I give away all the cards and decks, because I know what I'm doing. But I'm not popular. They don't give me credit. Nobody does, and that's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating to the facts. So the ban list hit Anaconda, and that's where people are struggling. I had already changed the format without an Anaconda and without no rods 2 years ago, and found success drawing a lot of cards and doing a lot of plays. I even have decks where there's no Dragoon. I'm the co-founder of Team DMA, both local tournaments, YCS tournaments, and then online. And then also, I consider myself the #1 in the world for Dark Magician budget at a top tier level. Both selling online and also guidance and decks. No one can match me. People who try my formats, even those that tried one of the old versions that I had 2 years ago, and he almost won his locals, and there's so many people, everybody that plays my versions, if they play them correctly, they win. But you have to know the sequence of the cards. So the ban list, basically, like I said, it stays away from Dark Magician, because the Dark Magician deck has never been as powerful. But they hit Anaconda, and they're going to continue to hit some cards in the Dark Magician deck. What people don't understand is what the ban list did also brought back Dragoon back into the Dark Magician, because everybody was making Dragoon. Everybody was making Dragoon. Everyone had one Dark Magician, one Red Eyes Black Dragon, and some refs, Red Eyes Fusion in their decks. So as soon as they made this ban list, they took away the Dragoon from all the decks. The only ones that play it are the ones that hard draw it. And that is the Dark Magician was not affected by it. I have formats where it's not affected by it. I've already been playing it for 2 years. People are 2 years behind me. I've already been playing that format for more than 2 years. They're barely catching up. Now, format. Format are the formats. As far as I know, there's about 12 different formats. So you have about 6 budget versions, and then you have the 6 top tier styles. One of the most notably people that know are the Dark Magician, Dogmatica, Dogmatica Shadow. Then after that, you also have the Dark Magician Invoked, which is my best seller since 2 years ago. And I've been teaching people how to play it. And then I know, Chris, that you play the DPE version. And the thing is, if the deck is consistent and you win at least 80%, the deck is good. If you lose less, then the deck is trash. People can argue and say, no, you could do 70%, that could be good. You should go to your locals, test it, and you will win. So, do you want to have fun? That's a whole nother story. But I'm talking about competitive play. You have to be winning somewhere around 8 duels out of 10. Or if you did in a calculator, if you're dueling on your locals tournament, or just overall, you have to win at least 4 or 5 out of 6 duels. If you do singles, do the math with the calculation. You have to do no less than 80% win rate in order for your deck to be relevant and be good. Now, I made some ban lists. Some tier list, and people hate it. They hate it because all the top tiers, top 0 decks, they're trash to me. And people get angry. They're like, you have it all wrong. But on my channel, I have proof that they're nothing to me. I walk all over them like they don't exist. They have 3 to 4 negations per turn, and I'm not affected. And then you go to their channel, they have no content. They suck. None of their videos, like there's millions of Dark Magician players. Nobody has videos where they're going through negates, like 3-4 negates per turn, and they win. Nobody has those videos. They can't upload them because if they do, you see they lose. The only person that I've seen that could do that is Paladin 19. And then the other notable thing that I want to mention is Loza's honest. He posts the duels when he loses. That's one thing that I can't discredit Loza. He's a very honest person in regards of content. He shows you what decks work and what don't. So yeah, there's a lot of different formats. I tried the branded like 6 months ago when it barely came out on the online. I was dealing with it, and to be honest with you, it does about 70% win rate, which is not good enough. It's not good enough. And to be honest with you, strong decks require to have at least 3 or 4 different engines, like Dark Magician, Shadow, Invoked, like that. So you need a lot of different types of engines. Some people even throw in Eldritch. There's a lot of different engines that are required for a deck to be powerful. The decks are not like before where it was just pure solid deck. You can do it like that, but you have to concentrate on the percent win percent ratio. So I'm gonna make a video about winning percent ratio and explain that. A lot of people do let me know in the comments that I don't know what I'm talking about, that my videos, my format suck, and then also that they've never heard anything that I said before. The reason for that is because nobody knows what they're talking about. They can't teach you what they don't know. It's like if people try to teach you how to get a house for cheap, or how to flip a house, how to flip a car, how to retire early, like none of your friends and none of the people on YouTube that you know close, they teach you any of that. They can't teach you that because they don't know it. But you come to me, ask me questions, I'll tell you. I know. So I'm not affected by what people tell me because it doesn't matter. I already know um, people who are like that negative. Um, yeah, they hate their life, and for the most part, they're losers. They have no success. So the format, there's a lot of variants, and you can play anything you want. That's the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh. Um, you should be able to play anything you want and have fun, but you have to remember to concentrate on the 80% win ratios. And I'm gonna do a video for that later. The future of Dark Magician. The future of Dark Magician. Um, Dark Magician, as time passes, ever since 2019, the end of it, like December, Dark Magician has been progressing more and more steady. The deck is more consistent, more powerful. It's not complete yet. Maybe like in 2 years, it will be a force to reckon to. So I've already achieved like a really, really powerful version 3 years ago, and I still play it. And it's still pretty powerful. When I barely started playing it, it won locals. It trampled everything. YCS format before anybody else came up with it. And I told everyone how to do the YCS format, and some people listened, and then they got the results. Some of the notable things that I did before anybody in the world did, that I have proof ever since May, June, and July 2019, 3 years ago. I told people cut the hand traps, and I explained everything. And when people did it, boom, YCS, they started getting close under the 30 places and winning their locals. But what's popular is always what's more, and what's popular, remember, is always what's common. And everybody is not smart. Like, everybody should be ignorant. Everybody is not intelligent. It's the very small group that they think outside of the box. They're the ones who are smart. They're the ones who are rare. They're the ones who are special. A small group, the non-popular, the successful. So the future of Dark Magician looks bright. And if you have any questions on what that is, to elaborate, I always can. I told people and explained to people since 2008, the last time that I had played like full Yu-Gi-Oh, that I was going every day. Obviously, I grew up and started my business and did all this other stuff in regular life. Got away from Yu-Gi-Oh, but I give back to the community, helping out. As soon as Dark Magician received support, as I had promised, giving away cards and decks and advice. So, yeah, the future is bright for Dark Magician. And thank you guys, for all the people who've never lost hope in the Dark Magician deck, who come to my channel. I have about 30 something graduates from Team DMA Akatsuki, really successful and powerful people. They branch off from me and they have their own groups and people follow them, but they started here. I taught them how to walk, their baby walk. I taught them how to eat, how to read, how to write. I took them by the hand, and as I promised them, they became Dark Magician masters. And it is always a fact that the disciple becomes more powerful than the master. And the master pours out his heart unto his disciple. Unfortunately, the disciples don't respect the master. They don't give any credit to me, but it doesn't matter. What I said happens. If I say you're going to be the best and it happens, that's all that matters. That what I'm saying is the truth. So moving along from there, Dark Magician plans reactions to the ban list. Believe me or not, I warned people I warn people that more than 95%, that's basically everyone who plays Dark Magician. Like, let's say there's 1,000 people. If you do that on a calculator, the 95%, I don't know the exact percentage, but it's going to be a small number, maybe 10, something like that, that are not included in the 95%, or 20 people. Those are the ones who know how to play Dark Magician. So how do you root out the fakes? It's simple. First of all, notice if they do what's popular. If they do what's popular, they're fake. And then the other one is wait until Dark Magician gets hit with certain ban lists like now, and they'll leave Dark Magician right away. Those are the fakes, because they never knew how to play Dark Magician. They were just tricking you to believe they could. The true Dark Magicians stay with Dark Magician no matter what they cut. The true Dark Magicians look into the future, see the ban list before it happens, and they adapt to it. They don't cry and complain like babies, like women. They just handle their business. And like I said, I've been destroying decks, meta, and everything, YCS formats, with this ban list that's now since 2 years ago. People are barely trying to figure it out. They're already 2 years late. And instead of fixing the problem, they just leave. That doesn't mean nothing bad. It doesn't mean you're a loser, nothing. No. I'm just saying they don't know how to play Dark Magician. A lot of people tell you they know how to, and they don't. So the ban list, people were shocked. That if you're shocked about it, it means you're ignorant. If you're not prepared, it means you're ignorant. You're foolish. It's like driving your car and it runs out of gas. You're never prepared to put more gas. You're a fool. You're ignorant. So moving along from that, issues. The Dark Magician issues. I have known about Dark Magician since the day it was made. I played it a few days after it was made. Played locals. I went through all the old school formats, won the locals, participated in the YCSs, and when it wasn't as popular, won multiple locals in different cities, and it was just so awesome. And then was there for the introduction of the Teledad, and my Dark Magician deck was able to beat it. Not all the time, but I could beat those decks with my Dark Magician back then. And the topic here is the issues. What are the issues of the Dark Magician deck? The issues are quite a lot. The first one is before you even get to the problem of the deck, it's the player. A lot of the times the deck is good. Like, I've given people my format and the deck is already proven, like either in Master Duel or in TCG. It's already been proven by way too many people. They have high success. Over 30 names that I can give, and they all have high success. And then somebody else tries it and he sucks. And people wonder why. And I've always told people, it's not always the deck problem. Sometimes it's a player problem. It's not the deck that sucks. It's the one who's playing the deck that sucks. So before you even move forward, the issues with the Dark Magician deck, if you don't know how to play Dark Magician, you are the problem, not the deck. If you can fix that problem, then you can move on to the more notable issues. And one of the notable issues of the Dark Magician deck that everybody complains about is break hands. And I get accused of it all the time in my channel. And you know what? I've never made a video where I bricked and lost. Have I? And then I'm the only person out of the millions and hundreds of millions of Dark Mission decks and players and channels that are popular, non-popular, you will never find in your life until you die another channel that shows you full brick hands where all of your cards are brick and still wins while going against negations on top of the brick hands. I have videos where I show you my brick hands and they negate me once or twice on top of the brick hand, and guess what? I am not affected by it. I am brick and I win the duel. Nobody has those videos. You won't find them. If you want to waste your time, go look. No one has them. You'll only find them in my channel. I know what I'm doing. So, brick hands is popular. Everyone plays the deck with brick hands, brick cards. The other issue would be not enough combos and not enough draw power. And the list can keep going forever, but those are the main ones. They have no draw power, no combos, and they have no negations. Some of the combos they have, they're too hard to conduct. Their deck has no versatility. Like if they negate 2 or 3 cards, their deck is dead. And that's a sign that their deck sucks and they suck. They don't know what they're doing. And that is 95% of Dark Mission players. That covers all of them. It doesn't matter if a person's popular or not popular, that's all of them. Only the people that do good in the YCS are good. And most of them, I've told them this. I've told them the formula. They do it and they get success. Yeah. So just a real quick recap. The issues there are gonna be the players are the problem. The deck is the problem with the combos, the setup, brick cards, no draw power. The combos are too complicated to do. They're not easy. Those are just most of the ones that I see. Then also people follow what's popular, and what's popular is common. Common means it sucks. Whenever you go against what's popular, that's when you become rare. That's when you become special. No one teaches you these things because nobody knows. That's why I'm telling you. You gotta think outside of the box. You gotta be those 4 people out of the whole year. Those 3 Dark Mission players that do good in YCS. You have to be like them. There's rules and regulations you have to follow. And the last one is plague. The Dark Mission. What is the Dark Mission plagued with? One of the things that Dark Mission is plagued with is fake Dark Magician players that are super popular. Almost all of them. I'm being very serious. This isn't a joke. Most, if not all, of the famous Dark Magician players, they don't know what they're doing. And that's a plague because they're teaching people to lose. They don't show you any content like on my channel. They don't show you going through brick hands, getting negated. They don't show you any of that. They don't show you what happens when they disrupt and negate every single card you play. They still lose. There's no such thing as a comeback. Come to my channel, check out closely my videos, what I'm doing. Doesn't matter what happens, I get the job done. Do I win all the time? No. I win 80% of the time. If they negate everything, do I lose? Not all the time. The other problem with Dark Magician players, the other plague is people, they surrender right away. They don't want to battle. As soon as they negate 2-3 cards, they surrender. Those are weak-minded people, which is the popular. That's what's popular. That's the higher number of people. Higher number of people are weak-minded. As soon as you negate 2 cards, all they do, another plague, is crybabies. They cry about, I hate hand traps, oh, I hate this, I hate that, I hate Dragoon, I hate this deck, I hate it. The linguistics, the linguistics tell you they suck. People that use the word hate, that's more likely they're negative people and they can never be successful. That's a giveaway. If you hear someone use the word hate, you should already know they're not successful. They're not successful people. And people can argue like, well, they're rich, they're movie stars. Yeah, but look at their life. Their marriages and their families, they're not a success. They're losers. They're just making money. And if you want to talk about making money, look at the drug lords. They're losers and they make money. They'll kill you. They'll make money. So it's not about making the money, it's their lifestyle. They're losers. So Dark Magician is plagued with a lot of fake Dark Magician players, and everyone listens to them and follows them. That's what's plaguing the Dark Magician community. And then people follow formats and everyone plays the same thing what's popular. And none of those people that plays those decks win. So then the people complain about bricks, and then they come to me to tell me I suck. And their version that they play is worthless. I smoke it. And all the decks that they can't beat, like the ones that they consider top tier, tier 0, they're trash to me. And I make videos to prove you how weak they are. They're worthless. What's the most negations I've established? 8 negations with the Dark Magician deck. Do I have proof? Yeah, go check it out on my channel. What is my current deck profile? I've already posted it. What do I currently set up? I try to set up 2 and then 3 and 4 negations on the following turns. If I can establish 3 or 4 negations the first turn, I will, but that's what my decks do. They go through negations while simultaneously returning negations. I've already set up to the future. It's plague. People are like, they even leave Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! No more because that's how much they suck. They don't know how to play. Every time you duel, you have to think about, I'm gonna be negated 2 to 3 times. Don't think you're not going to. Don't pray that you don't. Don't hope that your opponent doesn't have hand traps. Forget all that. You should be wishing with all your heart that you get negated 2 to 3 times per turn. Every single turn of a duel. 2 to 3 times including your first turn. And guess what? When you have that mentality, then when you duel and they do negate you, you're not affected by it. That's the secret. No one tells you these things because nobody knows. Stop trying to figure it out. Why do you talk different? Why nobody say the things you do? Because nobody knows. How do you expect them to tell you? Like the market value. They don't teach you how to make money. I do. I give you free cards, free decks. People still complain and cry because they want the decks for them, but you're not the boss. I decide who gets them. They have to follow the rules and regulations. So, to answer more directly the question that you asked, what do I think about Dragoon and the way you play it? I warned people 2 years ago that they were gonna have to go away from Anaconda, away from Rod. And then I warned people 2 years ago that they're gonna have to get rid of Red Eyes, Black Dragon, and the refs. I told everyone, and guess what? Everybody's barely making the transition. Instead, what a lot of the people are doing, Red Eyes Insight, 2 Red Eyes Black Dragon, 3 refs, and they're hard drawing all that. They can't even do it their first turn. The answer is you have to be able to make a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon your first turn through negations, your second turn, your third turn, your fourth turn. You should make your deck where you can make a Dragoon each turn. Put 3 Dragoons in your extra deck and summon them. That's what I do. And when you summon them, then you know what you're doing. It doesn't matter what your opponent uses to negate you. Dragoon's coming out. The takeaway anaconda doesn't affect you. The takeaway ref, it doesn't affect you. The takeaway the red eyes black dragon, it doesn't affect you. The take out dragoon, it shouldn't affect you either. Nothing that exists, if it's taken away, should be affected by it. That's how you know you're a boss. That's how you know what you're doing. Because either it's there, if it's not, doesn't matter. So like I said, you should be able to go through negations, like 1 or 2 negations first turn, and still bring out Dragoon first turn without Anaconda, without Ref, without Red Eyes Black Dragon. Can I do it? Yes. How long have I been doing it? For more than 2 years. No Anaconda. Some of them don't even have any rods. No Red Eyes Fusion. No Red Eyes Black Dragon. First turn, no excuses. They even negate my cards. They still summon them. So that's the answer. I made a video on how to summon it. I have about 12 different ways to summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon without no Ref, no Anaconda, no Red Eyes Black Dragon. People tell you like, oh, I don't want to summon him because he only has 1 pop. Well, you play it your way. Play it with 2 pops and never win a duel. You're allowed to do whatever you want. And remember, what's popular is to lose. Don't think winning is popular. A lot of people get mistaken there. They think, oh, the winners are popular. You're wrong. Popular means common. What's rare are the winners. The millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, there's only a handful. The poor were flooded with them. We're flooded with all the fools, the unwise, lack of knowledge. Those are everywhere. Families are full, the cities are full. People that don't know what they're doing. People that know what they're doing, a handful, rare, special people. So I covered most of everything. A lot of information. Hopefully you can use some of this information to your advantage. Do you like DPE? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Then that's it. You don't need to. There's no more arguing. Remember to do 80% ratio. If you reach 80% ratio, the format you made is good. And some people like they do those and they don't count the ones where they were negated. Believe me, if you're negated, those are the only ones you should be counting. If your opponent never negated you, you shouldn't even count that duel. I only count the duels where people negate me at least 12 to 13 times in a single duel or match. I have videos where my third turn, my opponent already negated me 9 to 10 times and I still win. I have the proof, I have the videos. So, no matter what you do with the Dark Magician, just try to hit 80% win ratio. And if you do it, you're good. That's it. Doesn't matter what you're playing. DPE, no DPE. Finesse Enforcer, no Finesse Enforcer. Dragoon, no Dragoon. It doesn't matter. It only matters the 80% win ratio. So, this video has gone long enough. I'm gonna make a following video called win rate percentage. No one tells you this, no one teaches you, nobody teaches you any of the content or information that I tell you. I guarantee it. You'll live and you'll die, you'll never hear anything like this. So the win ratio percentage gonna be something else. There's a lot of things that I teach people that are close to me, my close friends or Discord people, but outside people I don't teach them any of this. But if you're polite and you're kind and you ask the right questions, you're going to get the answers. And with that having been said, Dark Magic Attack.